Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. So, the Titanfall 2 tech test has come and gone, and with it, there is some residual bullshit left behind. Never before, for any video game beta, alpha, tech test, demo, whatever you would prefer to refer to the Titanfall tech test as. Never before, for any pre-release test of a game, have I seen a campaign. A simple campaign of misinformation and ignorance. Now, I highly recommend that you watch my previous video on this subject, Titanfall 2, Criticisms Make No Sense Exposed as Lies. I highly recommend you watch that video before this video, because I don't want to repeat too much that I said in that video in order to emphasize my points for this video. What I want to do is educate those of you who have been lied to and manipulated by certain YouTubers trying to push this bizarre, simply bizarre agenda to get you to not buy or look at or play Titanfall 2 and have a mental impression of its quality. Now, I would like to emphasize, as I emphasized in my previous Titanfall 2 video, that I am not criticizing, debunking, debating your personal feelings, your personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the Titanfall 2 tech test. I'm not telling you to like Titanfall 2. If you played the game and didn't like it, didn't have fun with it, that's perfectly fine. Not every game is for everybody, and you shouldn't be forced to play a game that you don't like, that you aren't entertained by. That is not what I am talking about in this video or my last Titanfall 2 video, even though I specifically pointed this out last time in my video, I still got comments saying, oh, you can't call other people's opinions lies. I'm not talking about opinions here. For this specific video, I do not care about your opinions, I care about the facts. And the fact is, YouTubers are spreading lies and pretending that their feelings on the game are the facts in order to push this agenda for you to buy Battlefield 1, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Gears of War, Destiny, whatever the game may be that's coming out around the same time as Titanfall 2. And even though I sound like a paranoid nut and conspiracy theorists saying that, all you have to do is look at these YouTubers' channels. Check out the videos they make and the video games they connect themselves to. All I'm saying is, these YouTubers that are incredibly angry and saying Titanfall sucks, it's a horrible game, it's a horrible product, even though this is a tech test, and I'll be getting into that shortly. Even though this is a tech test, they're saying it's horrible, it sucks, you shouldn't buy it, you shouldn't play it, you shouldn't pay it any attention. All you have to do is take a look at their YouTube channels to see that all they do is make Call of Duty videos, Battlefield videos, or videos that are usually clickbaity and controversial in order to get views. Again, you can call me a paranoid nut and a conspiracy theorist if you want, but all you have to do is click on their YouTube channels. And speaking of these YouTubers and the lies they're spreading and this personal agenda they're trying to push, I'm going to play some audio clips to give you examples of YouTubers that are lying to you. However, the audio will be manipulated and distorted, and I will not be showing any visuals because I do not want to name names, I do not want to start fights. This is not about the individuals who are spreading the lies, it's about the lies themselves, and how the actual facts about Titanfall 2 are being hidden and or manipulated to the audiences of these YouTubers. Let's begin.
Not coming from a Call of Duty fanboy in any way, I don't even really like the game. I give it so much more credit over this one. It's got a kick-ass single-player campaign, majorly competitive PvP first-person shooter game, okay? This game's got none of that. None of that at all.
That is a lie. That is actually multiple lies, comboed and mutated into one. First off, to state the obvious, this is a tech test. This is not the final product, this is not the full game. A vast majority of the content was not in the tech test. So saying that the final product of Titanfall 2 does not have those things or will not have those things is, well, a lie. On top of that, the embarrassing thing about this statement is the statement that Titanfall 2 does not have or will not have a single-player campaign, even though the very first thing revealed and shown for Titanfall 2 was its single-player campaign. So well done on trying to manipulate and mislead people into believing that Titanfall 2 has less value than it actually does, and for some bizarre reason believing that the tech test is the final product.
But one of the problems with Titanfall 2 is that there's no Titans in it. Like none, there's no Titanfalls in it. It's literally just Fall. There's no Titans. Where are they?
This is once again a lie. In the Titanfall 2 tech test, there were free game modes. Only one of those game modes did not have any Titans in them. So for you to have not encountered or seen any Titans means that you only stuck to the one game mode that didn't have any Titans. Saying that there are no Titanfalls in Titanfall 2 is kind of an embarrassing lie. And I don't know how anyone could believe in their right mind to think that that was a good idea to make that statement out loud.
I don't understand why it's releasing next to Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and a plethora of huge AAA titles when this game really has nothing else to bring to the table than what people have already experienced in the original game. I don't understand.
This is once again a lie. Titanfall 2 has a plethora of things that were not in the original game, making the statement that Titanfall 2 has nothing new to offer from the original is a flat-out lie. The original Titanfall did not have a single-player campaign. The original Titanfall did not have 6 different Titans. The original Titanfall did not have 6 different pilot classes. The original Titanfall did not have a grappling hook. The original Titanfall did not have the bounty hunt game mode or the amped hardpoint game mode. Saying that Titanfall 2 doesn't have anything else to bring to the table besides what was in the original game is a lie. Now, since so many people ignored this in my last video when I stated, I'll just say it again for good measure, I am not upset or angry or arguing with other people's opinions of the game. An opinion is subjective. An opinion is preference. An opinion is your thoughts and feelings. But when it comes to a video game, there are objective facts. There are factual, statistical, physical, real aspects and options about this game. And making just one of the few statements that I just went over is simply not factual, not true, false, a lie. It's not opinions on Titanfall 2 that has my blood boiling. It's the lies that have been spreading ever since the tech test started. And what has been presented in this video so far is only a small example of what's been going around the internet. And next to that, for some bizarre reason, people don't seem to understand what a tech test is. Now, does the tech test give you some idea on the final product? Absolutely, but the tech test is not the final product. I don't know why people were expecting to play the entire single-player campaign, get all the content in the multiplayer, all the customization, all the weapons, all the Titans. I don't know why people were expecting to get literally everything in this tech test. This is just a small snippet, a small taste. The original Titanfall did the exact same thing. We got 2 maps, 2 Titans, little to no weapons and abilities. Yet I didn't see a single person complain that, oh, this is the full game. This is the full game. There's nothing else. The game has nothing else to offer. I don't know why with Titanfall 2, people are making the statement, oh, this is it. This is it. This is going to be the final game of Titanfall 2. No, it doesn't have a single-player campaign. It doesn't have any customization. Doesn't matter if they have trailers showing off that there is a single-player campaign and customization and more Titans and more maps and more everything. No, this is it. This is it. Look, people, I do not care if you dislike Titanfall 2. I don't care if you don't find the game enjoyable. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is literally zero need to spread lies about the game and then to base the final product completely on the tech test. You remember when people did that for Doom? Doom 2016, where everybody said Doom was gonna suck because of the beta, then the game came out and it blew everyone's fucking minds? Stop jumping to conclusions. Stop making assumptions. Stop telling people, don't buy Titanfall 2, buy Battlefield 1, buy Call of Duty. I think the overall message I'm trying to send with this video is, don't let other YouTubers dictate your opinion and your purchases. I'm not trying to dictate your opinion or purchase. I just want to let you know you're being lied to. If you want to buy Battlefield 1, buy Battlefield 1. If you want to buy Call of Duty, buy Call of Duty. And if you want to buy Titanfall 2, buy Titanfall 2. Don't not buy a video game because a YouTuber said,
Anyway, Titanfall 2, avoid it like the plague, boycott games like this.
And they said this over a tech test. And they said this expressing their feelings, not giving objective, factual evidence. Because we can look at video games objectively and determine their quality. And we can absolutely have expectations when it comes to a demo, beta, alpha, tech test, whatever. You can have expectations. But judging the overall quality, the amount of content, and just how good a video game is going to be in the end, the final product, based solely on a tech test and based on your feelings on the tech test and not objective facts as to what the final product will contain, well then excuse me if I take your word for granted. There's nothing wrong with expressing your feelings. There's nothing wrong with expressing your opinion. There's nothing wrong with you expressing whether you liked or disliked something. There's nothing wrong with that. I do that all the time because that's what you're supposed to do. Share your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Say whether you liked it. Say whether you disliked it. Don't say this game's going to be the next coming of Jesus Christ, and don't say that this game's gonna flop, be a total disaster and a horrible video game based solely off a demo, tech test, beta, alpha, whatever. Look, before someone says I'm damage controlling for Titanfall 2, am I a fan of Titanfall? Am I excited for Titanfall 2? Abso-bloody-lutely. Full disclosure. But this isn't about whether I like the game or not. This isn't about whether you like the game or not. This is about facts. This is about separating your feelings from the facts. This is about being able to present your subjective thoughts, feelings, and opinions while separating them from the objective truth. Saying something is bad simply because you don't like it is irresponsible and irrational. I don't like peanut butter. It doesn't mean peanut butter's a bad food. That doesn't mean everyone else should hate peanut butter just because I don't like peanut butter. That sounds crazy, right? But that's what some of these YouTubers are doing. Because they didn't like Titanfall 2, and or because it's a threat to the sales numbers of Call of Duty and or Battlefield or whatever game, shooter or otherwise, is coming around about that same time period. Because of that, they're not going to quantify and separate their feelings from the facts. They're going to combine them and try to mislead people into thinking Titanfall 2 will be an objectively bad, inferior product, based not off the facts, but their feelings. Now, I'm all about expressing and sharing your feelings. Hell, that's most of what I do on this channel. But I make that clear. I make that clear to everyone who watches my videos that I am talking about my opinions, my feelings, my preferences. For example, I love the game Battleborn. Those are my personal feelings towards the game. I personally like the game. But just because I like the game doesn't mean I'm going to ignore the fact that there's not a lot of players playing it on PC, that it has low player numbers. That's a fact. I can't ignore that fact. And just because I like the game, I'm not going to manipulate and lie about the facts and say, everyone's playing Battleborn because I love it. No. But that's what's happening with these YouTubers. They don't like the game, or they have another game that they like more than that, so they want to build this narrative, push that agenda for confirmation bias and self-validation. God forbid we just share our opinion, we just share our feelings. No, no, no! We gotta try and construct this fantasy world that suits us and goes the way we want it to go. Well, that's not how the world works. It doesn't matter how much you like a game or how much you dislike a game. In the end, facts are facts. The truth is the truth. And if you try to hide from it, hide it, manipulate it, make others conform to your reality, you will fail. And if my message, if what I'm trying to say here is not getting through, then I will end this video with the very, very powerful, intelligent, and badass words of Mr. Ben Shapiro.
When you make up your own evidence, and when you don't have the evidence to back what you're saying, then we end up in this bizarre space, this bizarre space where your own subjective truth is what truly matters. Right? What we hear is, well, I may not have the evidence to back it up. I may not have filed a police report, right? I may not really know that the KKK is wandering around on Mizzou's campus, right? I may not know it. I don't know, but I feel it deep in my bones. I feel like they're reenacting. Deep in my bones, they're truly and absolutely reenacting Birth of a Nation out there on the quad. That's what they're doing. And it doesn't have to be the truth. It just has to be my truth. It's just my truth. Okay, folks, there's another name for your truth, and it's bullshit. Gotcha, bitch. Okay, the fact is that there is something called truth, and there is something called not truth. Okay, there is no such thing as your truth. If it is your truth and you have no evidence to back it up, it is not the truth, it is your feelings. And as I already said, going back 10 minutes, I don't care about your feelings. Your feelings are unimportant. To mature people, the subjective feelings of others are only important if you're married to them. Okay, facts don't care about your feelings.
Turn down for weed. Smoke weed.
Well then, that's been a video. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comments section below. I love reading comments. I get nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. If you like the video in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like button. The like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video if you hit the like button. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, then please consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later. And stop lying about Titanfall 2, goddammit. You can talk about how you don't like the game without lying about it. Dear God, man.